Hi everyone, Will McDonough here from New Canaan Country School. In lieu of the coaches meeting we had hoped to have at the Waveney meet, I'm here just giving you a very quick, hopefully succinct and clear run through of how things will go next Tuesday at the championship meet for the North Cross Country League hosted by Eagle Hill Southport. As coaches who have coached that meet in the past will remember, historically we've only given out awards to the #1 runner in each division. There were never popsicle sticks handed out. This year, as a result of student feedback, coach feedback, and parent feedback, the athletic directors have agreed that we should be giving out popsicle sticks at that meet, and so that will be happening. So every student on your team should anticipate knowing what their place is so they can gauge their performance over the course of the year. In addition, we will be doing a trial run of some team scoring. For anyone who follows cross country at a high school or collegiate level, you know how exciting it is when there's team scoring and runners who are arriving later can still help to displace opponents' teams even if they aren't one of the top runners. Our hope is that this will be more inclusive, that this will allow more students to feel like they have an impact on the outcome of the meet, even if they're not one of the top couple runners. This is going to be completely a trial basis, so there's not going to be a plaque awarded. We're just going to sort of see what the tone of team scoring will do to a meet like this for inclusivity and excitement and engagement. We want this to be fun for everyone, and as a result of that, I'll explain now how we're going to make this work. I welcome any feedback that folks have, and so here's what will happen. As students come across the line, each runner will receive a popsicle stick with their place. What we're going to do for this first year, as we try this out, is have a male scoring and a female scoring. That will include 5th grade through 9th grade. Now, for any school that doesn't have 5th and 6th graders, this obviously puts you at a distinct disadvantage, and the same goes for schools that don't have 9th graders. We're going to try our best to sort of show you how the scores would work out if we include 5th and 6th with the 7th, 8th, 9th, if we include 9th graders for schools that do have those runners. But because there's no actual plaque going out, no awards, hopefully coaches will be able to manipulate the results in order to show their teams, look, this is how we would score against like-graded schools. I welcome any feedback folks have about how to better do this in the next couple days, but here's what we're planning to do. When students come across the line with their popsicle sticks, they'll come over to a big sheet like this. It will be on a big poster board with all the schools listed down one side. This only has a number of the schools, and I think they're backwards for you, but you can see how it'll go. We're going to score through 7 places. So students who score in the top 7 for their team will have their numbers listed here. As in cross-country meets in high school and college, the top place will be the lowest number. So first place would get a 1, second place would get a 2, third place would get a 3. So if Umpqua had the #1 runner, they would put a 1 here. If they had then the #5 runner, they'd get a 5. If then they had the #10 runner, they'd put a 10. So on and so forth. So the sum of those first 7 places, again, cross country often has only the top 5 scoring and 7 displacing. We're trying to be as inclusive as possible, so we will add up all those places. It's possible that a school, if they have the #1 5th and 6th grade runner as well as the #1 7th, 8th, 9th grade runner, could have 2 #1s in their score. So I welcome any feedback if folks want to send me an email. But essentially, it will be very, very simple on race day. Students will come across the line, receive their popsicle stick, walk over, and we will enter that number into the appropriate place on their team's score. We'll then add up the sum, and it will just be another metric for folks to measure their entire team's performance on race day. We'll try to put asterisks on 9th grade scores, so if teams want to subtract that from your opponent's score to see how you scored against other 8th grade teams, you can certainly do that. This is going to be a trial. If it flops and doesn't work well, we can reassess for next year. But if it goes well, perhaps we can sort of make this more of a team event as well. Thanks so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.